Okay, so today's message is it's more of a question rather than a message, but I guess um we'll get some clarity on that as well. So what I was meditating, I got the question as to where are you going? What is your end game? Like what is it that you're trying to do? What you are trying to create? Um, the type of people, what type of people that you want to bring into your life, or the energy that you would like to bring into your life. That's what that means about where are you going. So I'm just going to turn my music back on because, and I'm not sure if you guys can hear it in the video because I don't want it to be too loud. So that's what we're going to get clarity on about. Also, one of my newest decks, I have used it before, but it's still the Raider White deck in this gold foil form. And I really do like it though. And I'm going to use my first original deck that when I got started into tarot actually for today's message, as well as my astrology dice. And I may use it. I may pick up an oracle deck. I'm not sure. Just all depends on what this message is talking about. So let's get into it with today's message about where are you going. And the first card we got out is the World card. And then we have the King of Swords. See, for some of you, you may have canceled out some energy, closed your circle, closed in your energy, or basically woven a new experience. As you know, the Word card also, I spoke on this card before, the Weaver. I forgot which deck it was in, but it also represents the Weaver card in that deck. You guys can Google that information. So for some of you who I'm tapping into, maybe this masculine or a masculine female, you said no more. You're deciding to cut these people off to create the world that you want or in need of at the moment. So that I am so happy for you, those of you who have started your journey and on your way of removing negativity and people out of your energy or your energy field. And if y'all seen at the top of that King of Swords in his deck is also a butterfly. And we know that butterflies is about transformation, growth and transformation. I don't know if y'all can see it. There we go. And there's quite a few of them. So those three. So of course you guys also know that the number 3 is about divine order, divine intervention, a covenant being made, or the spiritual journey, or wholeness, or togetherness. That's how I look at the number 3. Not necessarily that may be the case. That may be the case of how your past and your present correlates to your future. That could be your mind, body, and soul as well. If you are a Christian, you follow the Christianity religious belief, you know that the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Or for some of you, that is like neither Father, Mother, Son, or the Father, the universe, and the Son for those of you who looks at it differently. Alright, so we have no more clarity on that. Okay. So that's where y'all guys are going with this. When you're letting people out, you're releasing the things to create the better world for yourself, or for yourself at the moment. And that could be a beautiful thing as long as you keep up the work, and continue to do the work, to keep your energy field safe, or home safe, or the people that you choose to keep within your life safe and protected. That could also be through prayer. For those of you that do spell work, for those of you that meditate, saying your affirmations to keep your energy field protected. We're clarifying the King of Swords. So we have the Two of Cups. So some of you may be in a relationship, or you could have this triangle going on where you are juggling two people at one time, and you finally making the decision to cut one off. And then we have the King of Pentacles. So again, some of you may have these two people that you are in a relationship that you are now deciding to release one and keeping the other, so that you can bring this clarity in and close out these cycles with the World card. Y'all, you know what? Come to think about this, is turning into a relationship read, and that's where it's not where I wanted this to go, but it did. I thought this was going to be something so splendid like the rest of the readings, but that's okay. Okay, so we got one, and then we have the Star. So for me, that also, if you think about the Star card, it shows significant relationship to the Temperance, and that you are now finding a balance with this partner that you are choosing to keep. You guys may have entered in the same page, entered into the same timeline, because there's definitely a balance going on here, and an equal give and take with this Star card as well. And in some type of form of abundance or balance. Then we have the Ten of Pentacles. So this is definitely, you are closing out these cycles. You are bringing in this type of contentment. You are starting on a new journey. You are progressing in your journey, and you are being open to new beginnings. And so then you have the Seven of Cups, the Two of Swords, and then the Page of Swords. So you have made the decision, like I said, to release the negativity, to release this other person, so that you can step into your abundance with the Two of Swords present. You have made that final decision to cut all of these unwanted things, people, places, and things out of your life. For some of you, you may have made this decision may have been a little difficult for you to make at the time, because maybe this other person was helping you with your finances, paying a bill or so, just, helping to provide for you in your time of need, or whenever you need it. Ten of Wands. So we have 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Wands out here. So something along in the area, for some of you may have been a balance with your finances, and that issue has now come to an end, as you realize that the partner you have chose to spend the rest of your days with, your time with, or you are in mutual contact with one another, you have decided to release the load of this other person. People, places, or things. Y'all know how it goes. Actually, this is turning out to be a pretty good reading. And then the Devil has done showed itself. So for some of you, yeah, you released this other person. so that you can go on about your day, about your way, and move forward in your progression. The Magician wanted to pop out and get us a few more shuffles, see what's going to happen. Okay, now so I think we're done with that. So with the word card and everything that I have said thus far, you have come to realize the things that has been triggering you. And when you realize that, you close yourself off or close your energy off from these things as you continue to move forward, and you decided to work that out with your partner or the individual that you have chose to be with in order to release these burdens and financial problems or whatever the case may have been that you have had going on, so that you can find balance and stability within your life and within your energy field as you continue to move forward on your journey. Now again, that the the King of Swords with the 3 butterflies, again, that is about transformation. So this, I get a feeling that some of you, this has been something you've been contemplating on for a long time, and you didn't know how to go about it or how to go about handling the situation. So right now, this is your clarification, and by doing so, you are transforming yourself, you are transforming your life as you step and walk into your next level up. My internet stopped, y'all. My service sucks back here in my room. I'm trying to get this music back on. Okay, there we go. Why is the word card out here? Could you clarify the word card? So for the word card, we have the Fool, Queen of Cups, and then you have the 8 of Cups. So for some of you, by making this decision, you have chosen to walk away into your next journey. This is also was your next level up after closing off your energy. You turn to the energy of the Queen of Cups. And although it says soft, gentle, and motherly, for some of you, that could be releasing this masculine energy, and you called in your feminine energy, and that led you to your now partner. But for some, this is this energy of feeling abundant, because we all know that Mother Earth brings forth and creates, but she can also destroy. And even with, again, with fire, that it also brings forth life rather than destroy. Although it can destroy, but it also brings forth life. Y'all get what I'm saying. So you have chosen to walk away from these people, places, and things to create this new life for yourself, as I've been saying. And then we have the Justice card. And so by you doing so, you called in justice on this situation, on these people, places, or things, or into your life, that brought you this balance and this stability with your decision making to walk away. And we have the 10 of Cups. See, you can't beat this. Happy story. Happy story, happy story, happy ends. And again, that's the second 10 out here, because we have the 10 of Pentacles, the 10 of Wands, and the 10 of Cups. So after you decide to lay down your burdens and you walk away from this situation, you call in this 10 of Cups. And now that you are in this energy of happiness, I think this is why you closed off your energy with the World card. From certain things and people and places that were, you know, holding you, felt like was holding you back. And again, like I said earlier, though, the Magician did want to pop out, but I didn't go ahead. But I've just put it back down in the deck because it didn't. So for some of you, this is these affirmations, your prayers coming into fruition. And I just heard clear, cancel, and release. So some of you definitely have cleared out your energy. You counseled on things. Maybe because of this individual, but you definitely canceled out on these things because it was no longer serving your great good or your higher purpose or your calling. Any other clarity for the World card? I think I might just pull another card for this as well, too, since it's two energies out here, the King of Swords and the World card, but I'm not sure. I think you are done with clarifying the world. So for some of you, this is definitely a sacred moment for you guys, because this is the energy that you created and that you are wanting to hold on to, because now you have a feel of what peace and abundance and, you know, positivity feel and look like. You are in your safe place. Some of you may be learning to trust yourself better. That's what I heard. Trusting yourself. Trusting what it is that you are looking for. Trusting what it is that you are calling in. Trusting your intuition. And it's the Strength card. Told ya. So not only is that you're trusting this, trusting your intuition or what you have called in or what you are trying to create, you also have this newfound strength that you don't want to, this is something that you don't want to lose. And so you're setting, some of you may be setting those boundaries to keep out the bad or any people that's not bringing anything worthwhile into your life or your energy field. Pretty good reading, not so bad. Although it did turn into a relationship read. For those of you that did walk away from this third party or this second party, it was bound to happen with the Devil card out here. So this isn't something that was not going to last very long as they was hoping or wanted to. Because I feel like deep down inside that you always knew that you always knew who you wanted to be with. And again, we got the King of Swords out here again with the Three of Cups. So by you making that decision, you are receiving your blessing, your abundance. The person that is giving you this equal give and take, because y'all brought clarity back into your situation. You put some things on the table. You set those boundaries and what you is and not willing to accept in your life at the moment. Okay. I think we are done with that reading. Do I want to pull this oracle deck? I'm still debating on it, you guys. So forgive me. But while I debate it or not, if I want to pull this oracle deck, I'm going to go ahead on and do these dice. And then I may just pull the oracle. By then I should have my mind made up. So we have 5, 7, set. That's a 1. Sorry. 5 and 1. Then we have the moon. I think that's Mercury and Neptune. Nope, Uranus. These are facing me. The moon, Venus, and Uranus. Then we have Aries, Cancer. Aries and Cancer. So we have the moon. So the moon says pertaining to personal material positions, emotions, changing moods, intuition, subconscious desires, heart's desires, empathy. So for some of you that you have went through this emotional state will change your mood towards this individual, and you trusted your intuition to make that final decision, and you accepted your heart desires, or the person that you wanted to spend the rest of your time with. So some of you just may be an Aries. Some of you could be a Cancer. We have Virgo that's facing me, and Gemini on the other end. So it says the Aries are impulsive, competitive, quick reactions, stubborn, releasing what no longer serves you. So again, like I've been saying, that you are now in the energy of releasing those things that no longer serving your purpose with this other individual, and that you are calling in what it is that you want in your life. And we know that the number 5 is about change and freedom, which is 5 and 1 is 6, which is also 6 is about balance, stability, abundance, being a service to others, and also a service to yourself and how you serve yourself. So we have Gemini seeing both sides, intrigued, overthinking, oversharing, devious. And again, we have the devil card that was out here, manipulative, intellectual distress. So this third party, or this person that you are finally releasing, was causing energy blockage within your life with the manipulation, as we saw, and with their devious actions. Again, the actions may not seem devious, but of course, narcissists do have devilish ways, and that we have to really pay attention to what type of narcissist we are dealing with when considering what a narcissist is. And again, the question was in the earlier reading, where are you going with this? So and that goes back to what the moon said, your heart desires. This is where you are going with this. Your heart desires, and then it says your subconscious desires. But more definitely, you're trusting your intuition to guide you along this path to release these things, these people, places, and things that's blocking your energy. And for some of you, that either you are dealing with a Gemini, or you could possibly be dealing with a Cancer or an Aries, because you could be either one of these signs, or whatever the case may be. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Cancer, emotional, troubling, interpersonal relationships, protective, suppressing emotions, maternal instincts. So for some of you, you could be a mother. For others, that this relationship was starting to cause trouble, and maybe you could no longer keep up with the both of them, or maybe somebody was starting to figure out some things that you had to release this individual. Whatever the case may be, you are now deciding to protect that energy, and you are stepping into, as we saw with the Queen of Cups, your motherly self, your motherly aspects, and that is what's kicking in, because now, as being a mother, we want to protect our children, our household, our family, friends, etc., etc., etc. Tomato, tomato. And what was the Virgo? Taking on too much, isolation, overly rational, anxious, focusing too much on details, overly organized, overwhelmed. So for some of you, that this also can made you feel like you were overwhelmed, which is why maybe we saw the Strength card out here under the Word card to clarify. You have chosen to block off your energy from these people, places, and things, so that you can focus on the things that you need to focus on, instead of giving too much into it. And maybe you was overly rational when this issue was brought to your attention, and you thought nothing of it. but maybe your partner caught on to what was really going on. Okay, so it says with the astrology dice, it says 5, the 5th house, or the number 5, represents womanhood, feminine cycles, pregnancy, or hobbies, creative disciplines, or fun activities, along with the number 1, which is represents your personal life, belongings, and physical possessions. How you look, think, or feel can also warn against misfortune. So for some of you, you did, like I said, you have figured out what was going on. You caught on to it because your partner has brought this to your attention, and then you came to the conclusion and found the strength to release this other individual and to move forward so that you can continue to progress and do this equal give and take this and bring abundance and stability back into your life, which is what I'm getting from the number 6. And even though the number 6 is not here, we have 5 and 1, which does equal 6, and it represents health, day-to-day activity, hygienic routines, can also relate to pet care or co-workers. So not only that, you created this energy, and now you want to do the work. And again, I did say do the work to keep this energy going so that you guys can move forward in your progress and bring into those things that you are calling in or wanting with you and your partner. And I think 6 is on the other side of this as well. Yep. And then on that side, we have the 4th house, represents parental forces, domestic situation, and ending or home life. So bam, there you have it. That's everything you need to know right there. So again, some of you may be a mother, some of you could be an aunt, maybe a daughter, sister, cousin, whatever the case may be, but you have brought on these entities to protect what it is that you needed to protect from this said individuals, and you called in your strength and you brought justice into this situation. So let's see, I guess I'll do morning. So we're going to use the Moon Witch Oracle. What should the collective be focused on? So we have Moonflower, and it says bloom even if no one is watching. So that's this strength coming into play. That's this justice that's being called in. That's this Fool card. That's this 8 of Cups. You're walking away from situations that's not serving your purpose. This 2 of Swords. You have made the decision to cut off the Page of Swords along with the King of Swords. You are cutting off these things with justice, and you call justice on this situation. And so now I feel like even though the 4 of Swords not out here, you're like in this restless state now, because when you carry a load for so long, it's tiresome. And when you put that thing down, it's like a big relief, and you can finally rest well without thinking that you have to tote this heavy load. And I think that will wrap up this message for today. You guys, remember to stay safe. Keep your affirmations up. Keep your prayers up. Meditate. Meditating don't always mean sitting on the floor with your legs crossed. You could be journaling out your thoughts and feelings as well. And that is a form of meditation, because now you're focusing on what it is that you are actually looking for. And then even after that, after you're done journaling, you can meditate. You guys, I did this on my shadow work journal actually. So again, we have transformation out here. Shed, let go, make room for greatness. And Blue Moon, you are ready. Make your masterpiece. So again, that's this letting go of these people, places, and things so that you can step into your higher power with this transformation. And then these things that you are calling in to bring happiness or joy, positivity back into your life with this change that's coming. Thank you guys for tuning in to Intuitive-da-MoonGoddess channel. You all have a blessed and wonderful day. Bye.